Hi, Suzanne. I'm back hopefully to share information with you around sharing your home, having a lodger, renting out a room, renting a room. So, one of the big issues that often comes up that I notice is the lack of a formal agreement when people do share with each other. I meet lots of live-in landlords who have no agreement in place, no lodging agreement, and really haven't considered at all what might happen if, for instance, the person wants to move out suddenly, or the opposite, where you need to get somebody out for whatever reason. There's no agreement in place. That can be quite difficult on both sides, and agreements are in place to help both sides, not to make it more difficult or challenging. But there's a difference between a person who's a lodger and a person who's a tenant, and the difference isn't always as big as you think. So a lodger is typically a person that you're sharing a home with, and you've got some aspect of shared space. So you may be sharing a bathroom, you could be sharing your kitchen with another person, or a combination of all of that. But there's some part of your space that you're sharing which is quite significant. Generally, it's not just the door or a staircase. A tenant is a person that basically has their own space, where they do their cooking. They will have their own bathroom, they will have their own bedroom. It could be, in fact, that you've got a studio space at the top of your house. For instance, you've converted your loft into what is essentially a self-contained space, and that the only shared space is the access to that space. So it could be the front door, staircase, etc. So in essence, that person is no longer a lodger, they're actually a tenant. And the lodging agreement that you have in place with that person really doesn't cover some of the eventualities. Specifically, tenants have a lot more rights than lodgers, and so things can become quite challenging if it doesn't work out for either side of the relationship. So think about what kind of agreement you need when you are renting out a space in your home, or indeed if you're renting from somebody else in their place. Hope that's been really helpful. If you have any other questions about sharing homes, whether it's about renting a room or indeed renting out a room, then I'd love to hear from you.